Solution side. Section 3. The proposed Univex ecosystem, blueprint for a bridge. So the crucial point is how they define themselves. The Univex network is a proposed Web3 reward and financial ecosystem designed to connect digital engagement with real-world purchasing utility. Boom. That is their entire thesis statement wrapped up in a single sentence. The whole goal is to take that digital engagement, the time, the effort, the value you generate in the Web3 space, and directly connect it to purchasing power in the physical world. Their central idea is to drastically reduce the distance between the rewards you're holding on your phone and the actual spending you do in your everyday life.
How exactly are they proposing to do that? Well, the white paper outlines a very specific structural toolkit to make this happen. They describe combining a mobile super app to act as your primary user interface, right alongside token rewards and decentralized finance, or DeFi tools. But to make it truly functional in the real world, they note it requires really robust wallet infrastructure and, critically, fiat on and off ramps. These ramps are the specific mechanism that supposedly solves that agonizing conversion process we talked about earlier, allowing value to just flow seamlessly in and out of the traditional banking system. Combine all of that with their planned payment integrations, and you essentially have the core components that Univex claims will finally bridge the gap. But hey, before we get too swept up in the grand vision of this seamless ecosystem, we need to shift our focus to the reality of the rollout.
Section 4. Architecture versus reality. The white paper's own caveats.
Now, what's really interesting about this is how remarkably candid the source material actually is regarding its current state. I'll just read it to you directly from their text. The white paper presents this as a long-term architecture, not as proof that every feature is already live. Listen, this is an absolutely vital distinction. A white paper is a blueprint. It's a statement of intent. Just because the mobile super app and those incredibly crucial fiat off-ramps are beautifully detailed in the document, it definitely doesn't mean they're finished, verified products ready for you to just download and use today. The authors themselves are actively telling us, hey, treat this as a proposed architectural plan, not a finished building.
And because of that fundamental difference between a blueprint and a final product, the source material explicitly includes this bold warning. Always check the official product, contracts, audits, and local regulations before taking action. Guys, this isn't just some generic advice. This is literally the golden rule of navigating Web3, and it's stated right there in the text of the white paper itself. Personal due diligence is entirely non-negotiable. It's like you wouldn't buy a house without an inspection, right? So don't just blindly trust a glossy digital blueprint. You have to verify the security audits. You absolutely must understand your local regulatory environment, and you have to check the actual deployed smart contracts before you ever assume this bridge between digital and real-world utility is actually safe to cross.
Which leaves us with this final, overarching question to ponder today. Will proposed blueprints like Univex successfully bridge the gap to real-world utility? The vision they present is certainly highly detailed for sure, and they have absolutely hit the nail on the head identifying very real pain points regarding high fees and conversion friction that plague users today. But as the text itself reminds us, successfully executing a long-term architecture of this massive scale is a huge undertaking. So, will these digital blueprints truly become the physical bridges of tomorrow, or are they destined to just remain beautifully drawn fantasies? I highly encourage you to go read primary sources like this one and decide for yourself. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep utilizing these frameworks and stay curious.